Hello, everyone. How's it going? I see missing deck here. Let's see. I know there are other people here. I can see the number. Don't be shy. How's everyone today? Hello, Carl. Hey, Todd. It's a couple of things. My 100th stream is coming up in April. And I am accepting submissions for puzzles for me to do on that stream. And that is over in a thread on our Discord. So anyone is welcome to submit a puzzle for that. It is going to be a week later than I thought because I will not be able to stream next Thursday. So we will have to go a week without seeing one another. Apart from that, let's go ahead and do this puzzle. We have thermos and cages. Along thermos, digits have to increase from the bulb to the tip. And in cages, digits don't repeat and they sum to the given total. The first thing that I notice here is that this is at least a 4. So this is at least a 5, but it's maximum 5. So it is 5, that's 4, that's 1, and that's 9. And we get to do a 5 dance. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. I'll just go ahead and mark that this is 6-7, this is 7-8. All right. We also have a bulb in this 14 cage. Oh, yeah, sure, we can mark this. If this is 7 or 8, then this is 6 or 5. So let's see, this is minimum 5 now. Yes, one of these is 1. I agree with that. By the way, hi, David. How are you doing? This one's also minimum 5. Only a few places for 9 in column 1, just observing. Let's see. Also have this bulb. So this digit is maximum 6, but minimum 4. With the 7, 8, 9 here. This is 5, 6, or 7. This one's also 5, 6, or 7. Yeah, that's 7, 8, 9. That's 7, 8, 9. Oh, right. This can't be 7, 7. I like Todd's point. This can only be 2 or 3. If it's higher than that, it's at least 5. But that makes these digits all from 6, 7, 8, 9, which doesn't work. So this is a 2 or 3 only. Yeah, this is minimum 7 by the thermo. Let's see, if this is 3, this would be 1, 4. Okay, 9 is too big for, sorry, no, 9, 1, 2. Trying to understand Carl's points. 3, this would be 1, 4. Oh, then how do you fill this? Right, that does break. Yeah, 1, 4. And now this digit is at least 6, which breaks the same way as before. So this is actually a 2, with a 1 and a 5. And this digit's only from 3 and 4. And this is a 6, 7, 8. Actually, it's a 4, 6, 7, 8. I'm not going to mark that cell. Oh, 1 and 2 in row 9 are just placed. That's very nice. So that's a 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see. That's a 1. Yeah. Yep. Always a 9 here, which actually goes in place as a 9 there. And then 8 is too big. All because of this 7, 8. Oh, yeah. If this is a 5, well, this can't be a 6 or it'd break that cell. So this would be 7, 8, and 9. But if this is a 9, that's a 5 in the same column with the 5. So this is just a 1. Now we have to put 1 in this column, and we can only put it in the corner. David pointing out that one of these is a 3 because we haven't marked one yet, so that's a 3. And now this 5 is looking over. So that's our only place for a 5. So that's an 8. Also, hi, I didn't say hi, but hi. That's a 6 or 7 only. Let's see. Let's see. We need a 2, a 6, a 7, and an 8. That's not an 8. That's not a 2. Uh, 6, 7 is looking down at that. That's very nice. Oh, yeah, this is forced. Emma points out. What is this? It's minimum 6, and what is this? It's maximum 8, so it just has to go 6, 7, 8, which gives us a 9 and a 5 there. That's not right. 9 and a 4. That's a 5. Oh, that's true. Nice to be. Is that this is either 1, 6 or 2, or sorry, 2, 6 or 1, 7. Either way, it has a 6 or 7 in it. So does that. So that's actually just an 8. Eight. 8 in box 9 by Sudoku. And now we need one of these to be 8. Let's see. Emma says this 6, 7 is on the thermo. Ah, right. Because it goes with a 1 or a 2, and this isn't a 1 or a 2. So that is our 6, 7. This is a 1 or a 2. And then this cage uh, isn't 1, 7, and it isn't 2, 6. So it has to be 3, 5. So this can never be 2. Yes. So that's a 6, that's a 2, that's a 7 and a 1. 6 there, so that's a 5 and a 9. 7 and 9 here, uh, which leaves that being a 1. 3 and 5 there. Now one of these is an 8, and 8 is pushed here. Right. This by the thermo and this box is max 4, but 4, 3, and 2 are gone, so that's just a 1. Uh, and now, yes, these add to 3, so we get 2 and 1 like that. Oh, there's only 3 digits left in this column. That's probably worth looking at. One of them is a 3, so it has to be... Ooh, sorry, one of them is a 3. It's not that one. We still need a 4. Oh, and a 5, which... So we get all of that. And then this row, I'm just going to use my mark button. We get 3, 4, and 2, like that. Let's see. 6, 7, 9. That doesn't tell me anything. How about column 4? Let's see. We need a 2, which only goes here. And then a 5. It's been marked that 9 here makes these 11, but we can't use a 1. So that's actually a 7 with a 3. So that's a 4. 6, 9, and 7 go in. This box, yes, it's resolved. Column 2, resolved. So that's a 9 with a 5. So that can only be 6. That's an 8. Let's see, what have we got here? No help. Let's see. These are a 2 8s, and we know the order. That's a 3. This is a 6. I'm just going to mark these. Those are done. Mark these. And I believe we can mark the rest of the puzzle, and it will be done. Oh, that was lovely. Yeah. Let's see. I think since that was so nice and quick, I'm just gonna do another missing deck puzzle. Let's just do this pure thermo here. It'll go quick, I expect. So let's see. I already see some digits. Let me update my stuff. Okay. Well, we can ask where 9 goes in box 1. to start with, and it can only go there. So we can immediately do a 9 dance. Do 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 wee do 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 woo do 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 wah do 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 boop. Okay. And we also have a 1 in these cells. So if we look at where 1 can go in box 4, it goes there. Now, we can look at where 1 goes in box 7. Whoops. And it can only go in one of these, which I expect is going to be relevant to box 8. So 1 only goes here in box 8. Nine in box 3 goes up here, so 9 in box 2 goes here. That was the wrong kind of mark. Yes, this one looks farther down. Places our 1 there. Let's see, one of these is a 1. But one of these is a 1. Actually, we know it's exactly this one, so that's a 1. So that's a 1. Let's see, one of these is a 1. Yeah, I figured this one would go quick. Just want to note that 2 in this box can only go in these cells. Todd says 9 in column 2. Very nice. So that's a 9. One of these is a 9. Let's see. Nine in box 5. 9 in box 5. Very good. Now 9 here. 9 in one of these. Yes, looks back over here. So now we get a 9 in one of these. Can I do better? Yeah, so I kind of want to look at 2s and 8s. 8 in box 1 is just placed. So 8 in box 2 is actually also placed. So there's also an 8 up here. Uh, 8 is in one of these 2 places. Let's see. Nice, David. This whole thermo sees 1, 8, and 9. So it just is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 2. Uh, 8 in box 5 has to go here. One of these is an 8. Ah, 3 in box 1 points out Emma now can only go. Yeah, sorry, what? Oh, here. Uh, and then 4 is stuck here. And we can finish out the rest of the box. Yes, very nice. This is actually a 7-9 pair, making that a 1. Ah, yes, this sees everything but 3. David points out this can only be 2 or 8, but it's definitely not a 2. I like that. So 2 in this box is definitely there. These are 6 and 7. This is known. It's a 2. So 2 in box 8 is here. Nice, Nicholas. What's the rest of this column? This is only a 4. We can do it. Let's see, this is a 6 or a 7. But it better be 6. So we can go 7, 8. And now that's a 5 to finish the box. That's an 8, so that's a 9. Let's see, I'm going to pencil this box. David says this thermo is forced if you go backwards. Let's see, this is max 7. 6, 5, 3, 1. We can pencil this. That's a 3. Let's see, 1 in box 3. It's got 4 ones looking into it. Now this is the only place for 2. We only have these digits left in row 8, and they go in order: 2, 5, 6, 7. That's a 4 or a 5. So we get a pair there. We also get a pair in the column. That's a 6. A 3 in box 9. Only 4, 5, 6. That's our 4, 5. That's our 6. Then there's just a pair left in this column: 3 and 7. Let's see. Naked 4 there. Let's see. That's only an 8, so we can do the rest. This is now an 8-9 pair. So that's a 7. So 6 has to go here. And 5 is going to have to go there, isn't it? Which resolves our 4 5s. We've got a pair left, and we can do it. It's a 7, 8. That's also a 7, 8, so we know the order. That'll do it. Woohoo! Sweet. All right. See what we've got. I've got this killer region sum line by blobs. Let's do this. And let me give blobs a ping here. Okay, so yeah, we have so region sum lines, box borders divide lines into segments with the same sum. We've done killer cages this today. This here we have these 5 cells equal these 2 cells. So the sum is only 15, 16, or 17. See you, David. If this is 15, And these are 30. Carl says it has to be 15. Oh, nice. I like that, Garion. This is max 9. This is 12. That's 21 and 6, which just is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are 7, 8, 9. Yeah, Carl. So, what we're actually saying is that these sums need to be different from each other. Because if they're not different, then both those digits would go on this line and just completely break the sum. So the only way we can do that is with a 6, 9 and a 7, 8. So the sum is 15. This is also 6, 7, 8, 9. So the entire rest of these two rows are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, Chinstrap, how's it going? Let's see. This well, this one's going to be very low at least. Oh, we have a 7, 8 pair. That's a 9. So we get to do a 9 dance, another 9 dance. Do-do-do-do-do, woo! Do-do-do-do-do, wah! Do-do-do-do-do, wee! Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, woo! Let's see. Six, 7, 8, 9s. We need 2 more 6, 7, 8, 9s in box 6, Garion is pointing out. And brain. And so one of them has to go in the 9 cage. So the 9 cage is actually 1, 2, 6. There's no 1, 2 outside this. There's no 6, so no 9. This is 7, 8, which means this one has to be 6, 9. So no 6 there. No 9 here. Definitely a 9 here. Okay, so we've got 24, 36. So what's left over is 9. So this is a 9 sum. Which places a 9 here. Let's see. 5, 8, or 6, 7. Well, 5, 6, 7 there. Yes, this 6 looks over. So this is a 7, 8, meaning that's a 1. Might as well write in that's the 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you want to know the max sum here is 5? So we need to, or sorry, the max sum here is 9. So we need to be a little bit careful about making these Anyway, yes, we do have a 9 here. But if these are 7, 8, we have to put both 7 and 8 in these cells, which is tricky, but maybe not impossible. No, actually, I think it would require 2 1s in the box. I don't think that actually works. But I probably don't need to use that logic because it's complicated and there are probably easier things. Let's see. We need a 6 in this box, and it can only go there. So that's a 7 and 7. Oh, well, that just completely obviates that logic. Yep. We do get a 9 in one of these. Oh, yeah, we can just do math on this column. Or just say 2 can't go in these cages because it would need a 7. So that just is a 2. That's a 2. No 1 here. These are 3, 6, and 4, 5. Hey, Ambrose. Chinstrap pointing out this can't be 3, 4, 5, which is definitely true for a number of reasons. Yeah, we haven't put 7 or 8 in the row, so at least one of them goes in this 12 cage. Let's see. Okay, so we have these where the max sum is 9, which I find interesting. Oh yeah, one of the 7/8 is definitely outside the cage. Uh, that's definitely true, Todd. The other 7/8 in the column goes in these cells. Could this be 127? I don't see why not, but that's very restrictive. But 7 in the column either goes here or in the 10 cage. Yeah, 8 in row 1 goes on the region sum line. Row 7, column 9, plus row 9, column 6. Sure. Right, so Garion with the point. We know 8 goes on here. We also have to place a 7 uh, in this row. Um, so if it goes here, oh, 7 in box 2 is here. Uh, okay. So now in row 1, there's a 7 in one of these cells. If it's here, that forces an 8 here. Um, uh, okay. Garion's saying this plus this can't be a 7, 8, 9 triple. Ah, right. We have to put 7, 8, and 9. Uh, we have to put 7, 8, and 9 in these cells. They're gone from here. If we can't put 8 or 9 in the 10 cage. If we don't put 7 in the 10 cage, Gariant's point is, then these are a 7, 8, 9 triple. But then these sum to minimum 15, but we just can't get that high. Because these are maximum 6, 8. Which is 14. So we must put the 7 in the 10 cage. So this is 1, 2, 7. That's not the 7, obviously. I finally understand. Yeah, so there's an 8 in one of these cells and an 8 in one of these cells. Right. We need afraid not is pointing out, we need since this can't be 3, 4, 5, that means we need a 1 or a 2, but it can't, that 1 or 2 can't go in these cells. It goes here. And this is 7 or 8 with a 3 or a 4. That's a good point. One of the 3 4s is here, so these can't be 3 and 4. So one of them is 5. So no 5 elsewhere in the box. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 6 would break up here. Because of these. So we need a 6 in the 12 cage. Which means there's no 3 in it for what that's worth. There is a 3 in here. So that's not 3, that's not 6. Uh, okay, so yes, by weird math, these sum to 14. Um, so we've got 15 and 16, so these sum to 14, so these also sum to 14. Uh, 14 could be 6, 8, in which case it would go like that. Or 5, 9, which would go like that. Oh, that's cute. Carl pointing out that if this is 6, then this is definitely a 4-5 cage. But in that case, 4 and 5 in box 9 go in the 16 cage, which would break this. So this is actually 9 with a 5. Uh, that's very cute. That's a 3-4, so this is a 5. Yeah. We have to have 7 and 8 in here, which can only go with a 1. So this just is 2, 3, 4. That's not the 2. That's not 3 or 4. So that's not 5 or 6. Uh, 3, 4. Thank you, Plonk Time. By the way, hi, Plonk Time. 3, 4 looks down here to make that a 2. So that fills out that cage, makes that an 8. Let's see, no 5 over there. There's no 1 in the 12 cage. And no 7. And no 3. So it's 2, 4, 6. And this is 1, 3, 5. So that's not 5, that's not 4. Six in column 9. Which to math up goes with a 4 or a 3. Not a 4 or a 3. A 2 or a 3. Yeah. So that's a 3 and that's a 4. It's the only way that adds up. Which helps us out there. 3 over here. Ah, nice, afraid not. Where do 4 and 5 go in row 3? Well, at least one of them goes in box 2. So that's actually a 3, 6. That's a 4, 5. Okay. Yes, no 1, 3, 8 here. So let's see. Can't be 1, 2, 9. Can't be 1, 3, 8. Can't be 3, 4, 5. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Uh, this is a 1 or an 8 by Sudoku. Uh, the cage in row 9 needs a low. Right. This can't be a 2, 3, 5 cage by Sudoku, so it needs a 1 in it. The 1 doesn't go here, so one of these is 1. So that's an 8. Let's see. This pair, this is a 4 and an 8. AFK pointing out that's a 6. Sure, we can just... Okay, so... So this is minimum 1, 6. So this is max 3. So this is 2 or 3 only. Oh. Nice, afraid not. These are hidden 4, 5 pair in column 4. So no 3 there. That's a 4, 5. And there's only 3 things left in the column, which are just 1, 2, and 3, I think. With definitely a 2 over here. That's also a 1, 2, 3, but no 2. Right. No 1 there either. Let's see. Garion says 9 in box 7. It's in one of these two. But being here blows up the sum. So it's here. So we get that. Two in box 2. So what's left over here? Is it 5 or 8, I think? Oh, row 8. It's got a 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't have a 5 in it. So if we minimize this and maximize this, they come to the same. Which is going to shed an awful lot of light on what's going on in this puzzle. Let's see, that's a 4. Uh, 8 and 4 and 5. So that has to be a 9 to add up. 7 and 1, 8 and 7. Let's see. This still has to... There's no room for 8 in this anymore. So that's an 8. So that's going to be a 1. And puzzle done. Nice. That was very neat. Okay. All right. Let me stretch my legs for just a minute, and then I will... Did we ever use... Oh, did we ever use this region sum line? I'm not sure that we did. I don't think we used it for anything, but of course it makes nice symmetry. So I'm fine with it. It'd be weird if it wasn't here. So yeah, I'm gonna stretch my legs for just a minute, and then I will come back with another puzzle. So, be right back. Wow. Okay, sorry that took me a little extra time. I was tracking down Damo on Discord to let them know that I was doing this. So let me pull up the rules on my other screen so I can see them clearly. Okay, so this is a pencil puzzle hybrid. We are to draw a single one cell wide loop of orthogonally connected cells into the grid that does not branch or enter any cell more than once, so it seems it can touch itself. The loop must pass through all given dots, and all given dots must be in the exact middle of a straight loop segment. The distance from a dot to the next turn along the loop must be identical in both directions. And digits separated by a gray dot, which will always be on the loop, are consecutive or one is double the other. So it's some kind of crop key. Adjacent digits on the loop that are not separated by a dot must not be consecutive or one be double the other. So what we can do for starters is set my loop up correctly. So first of all, what I'm going to do is draw loop segments through every one of these dots, and then we can start to reason about it. Now, up here we have a corner. So this one also must turn. We can't close the loop, so this has to come out. This has to come out. Oh, and I did this. And this has to come out farther. But now, 1, 2, 3. Now this has to turn. This is a giant corridor. This could never turn up or we'd be making a mini loop, so it goes down. This is a corner. So this has to turn. Now this has to turn down. So we get a little geometry there. I do notice. Oh, right. We can't close the loop here, so we continue down. And now we know what this does. It's got 3 cells above, so it must have 3 below and turn here. Now that these are connected, this has to turn down. And they can't connect to each other, so this one comes down again. This is in the exact middle, so this one has to turn immediately. This one can't connect down or this would go off the grid, so it actually turns. AFK and I making the same deductions in parallel. Interestingly, these 4 cells, there have to be turns in all 4 cells. Let's see. Where are we putting 1 in row 1? Ah, very nice, Garion. Uh, 1 in row 1 obviously can't go in its box. It can't go next to a 2. That violates the negative constraint. It also can't go on this dot because it would have to uh, go with a 2, which it can't. So 1 in row 1 goes here, and we can do a 1 dance. Do 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 wee do 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 whoa do 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 wah do 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 boop. AFK was seeing a digit, but now apparently isn't. Wanted to ask what this could be. Let's see. Well, it's not 1 by sudoku. It's not 2 by negative constraint. Not 3 by negative constraint. Not 4. Not 5 by negative constraint. Could be a 6. Not a 7, not an 8. And maybe could be a 9, except if it was a 9, it would have to go with an 8 here. So this is actually just a 6. Now this can't be a 3 because there's 1 in the row. So this is actually consecutive with 6. So this is a 5 or a 7. Now this dot has to be a white dot because you can't put 5 or 7 on a black dot. So this is an even number around 5 or 7. It is 4, 6, or 8. And then I accidentally hit a button. Okay. 2 in row 2. Ah, very nice, Garion. Not next to the 1 violates the negative constraint. Not in a box with a 2. This is also next to a 1. It's not a 9. So 2 actually goes here. So this digit is actually at least a 6 if you look at what it can be. It's not 1, 2, 3, but it's not 4 either, because that breaks the negative constraint, and it's not 5. So this is 6, 7, or 8 only. Now, if the loop connects here, that breaks. Because this can't be the middle of a segment if the loop connects here. So the loop does not connect here. And we might as well mark that these are also out. Good point. To afraid not that this actually can't be 7 because this can't be 6 or 8. So this is 6 or 8 only. Which makes this 4, 5, or 7. Oh, that's nice, Todd. Where does 5 go in row 4? Well, it actually can't go on here because it would have to go with either a 4 or a 6, and it can't go with either one. So this is actually a 5, which looks back up here and says this can't be a 4 or a 6. So that's an 8, which goes with a 7. And now this is our 2. And now this loop can't go up, so it goes down. Don't make a mini loop, so this goes down. Now this only has one way to connect, and now this is a short loop, so that connects there. Short segment, I meant. Okay. Oh, 8 now in box 4? Oh, yeah. Just right there. Not here by negative constraint, not anywhere else by sudoku. Afraid Not wants us to mark 6s here, and that's fine. Though if this is a 6, this is exactly a 7. Hey, is there any other geometry stuff? Well, we can't connect the loop through this. Uh, Trying to understand Garian's point. That if this is, we know that if this is 6, this is 7, but Garian says this can't be 7 because of 7 in box 4. Now, what stops it from going down here? Well, this one by sudoku, and if this is 7, this would have to be 6, and it can't be. That's very nice. Okay, so this is our 6. Okay, let's look at yeah, let's look at this row, because we haven't placed 1, 2, 3, 8, and 9. If we tried to make this an 8, 9, then we'd have to put the other 8, 9 on a dot, and that breaks. So this is not 8 or 9. It's not 2 by Sudoku. So this is 1 or 3 only, but it's not a 1 because it can't go with the 2. So it is a 3 that goes with a 4 or a 6 here. And these are a 1, 2, and an 8, 9, and we can do a little bit of cleanup. No 2 there, so no 1 there. No 9 there, so no 8 there. No 1 there, so no 2 there. So this is at least down to by values. This can't be a 4 by negative constraints, so that's just a 6. So this is an 8 now. So this is a 4 or a 7. I know the negative constraint only applies to the line. What did I do? No, this is right. This can't be a 4 because of the 2 above it. Just keeping me on my toes. Well, there's only 4, 7, and 5 left in this box. So that's worth noting. Let's see. Three in row 1. 3 in row 1 goes in box 1. 4. This 4 is knocking a 4 out of this. 4 can't go here because it would be next to the 3. So 4 is on this dot. And the only thing it can go on the dot with is a 3. Because 5 and 8 aren't available. So 4 has to go here with the 3 here. Now 6 in this box goes in one of these. If 6 was here, that seems to be okay. All right, let's see what's left in this box. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 5, 6, and 9. This is only 5 or 6 just by sudoku. So across the dot from it, a 5 would always go with a 6. A 6 could go with any of 3, 5, or 7. So I don't love that. But now where does 4 go in row 1? Nicholas points out, which is excellent, because it goes there. That's a 5, that's a 7. Yeah, this is very easily 1, 7, or 9. The negative constraint rules out 3, and sudoku rules out everything else. I'm going to be interested to see how we resolve the loop in these cells. I think by uniqueness, this loop is going to have to come over here. But we will let that happen as it does. I'm going to write in this triple. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. Ah, nice to Nicholas is that we can put a 4 here. So it must go with a 2 or an 8 here. 3 and 5 are gone. Yeah, it is weird that we do have a virtual 2-8 in these cells. Oh, so, almost said something that isn't true. These two dots or line segments are very constrained in what they do, but I don't think it's fixed yet. Garion says, if this is a 1, that's a 2, that's an 8. We have 7, 9 left in the box. That would be the 7. But it can't go up to 8, left to 6, or down to 6. Amazing. So that's actually an 8 with a 9. That's a 2. That's a 1, 2. Left in this box, 7 does go here. But now the loop, it can only connect up to 2. That's a 1. Now, this 8 can't go down, so it goes up. Why weren't the 1 and the 7 the other way? Thanks, Garion. So, yeah. Shoot. So we don't get to do our logic that we were doing. Ah, nice, Nicholas. Left here, we've got 2, 3, and 8. Well, it's got to be 2, 3 on the dot with an 8 there. This is only a 7 out of the things it can be. It's not 4 or 9. So that's a 1. That's a 7. Now this loop can't go up. So this goes up. And now these two can't connect down, so they go out. Let's see, what's not here? 5? Might as well write in this triple as well. 149. Garion says this can't go down. Yeah, this can't go down. Because that takes us off the edge of the grid. So that is locked off, but that means that's also locked off. So this loop has to continue that way, which means it has to do this. Oh, loop geometry stops us from connecting these. I think I believe that. If we connect these, then we've got a parity problem up here. Yeah, if we connect these, then we'd have to connect these to avoid isolating, but... Sorry, connect these. Yeah, anyway, I believe that. So this actually goes down. Which means this goes left. I agree with Nicholas. Oh, 1, 7 hidden pair. Nice, Isabella. So that's just 1 and 7 there. Let's see, can take that X out, take that X out, just to clean things up a little. Take that X out, take that X out. We haven't put 2 or 3 into box 4, points out Gary, and Nicholas sees it too. So the 2 and the 3 actually have to get separated here, and we know the order. That's the 3, that's the 2. 9 is left in the box. 2... Okay, so that's 5, 6, and 9 up there. 6 goes with 3 or 5 here. This 2 could go with a 1. Doesn't go with 3 or 4, so it is a 1. So our 7 and 1 get resolved that way. AFK wants us to look at this. It's not 1, 2 by sudoku. It's not 3 by negative constraint. It could be 4. It's not 5 by negative constraint. It's not 6, 7, 8, or 9, so it just is a 4. And then if we pencil uh the row, we have 3 and 5 left, so this 4 can't go left. Nicholas points out that this can't go right, or you've isolated this, and it can't go up because you've isolated this. So it has to connect that way, and these have to connect that way. Now we can't go up here anymore. We have our parity. So in fact, these both go down. Let's write in these 2 4s, so there's no loop between these two. Let's write in this triple. 6, 8, and 9. Okay. This pair, that's resolved. Let's do this triple. This can't be 7 because this can't be 6 or 8. So we've actually got a 3, 5 pair, and that's a 7. Three connects to 2, 4, 6. And 2 and 6 aren't available. 5 connects to 4 or 6. And 6 isn't available. So this just is always a 4. I like that. So that's a 9 over there. No 4 there. Now we've got a 1, 9 pair, so that's a 4. Let's see. What are these? 3, 5, and 8. Yeah. Nicholas points out we can look at this too. What is this? Well, it's always 2, 4, or 6, but it's not 2 or 4. So it is 6. No 6 there. So now we have an 8, 9 pair. So that's a 6. So now this loop can't connect down. 6 can't connect to 3 or 5. So it goes right, and in order not to get stuck, it has to go down, which means this is actually a 9, and that's an 8. That's a 1, that's a 9. Where does 7 go in column 5? It goes there. And 9 goes there, points out Nicholas. It's a 2, 3, or 3 or 5. Eight in the column is there. So this is our other 3, 5, which means it can't connect to this 6. Oh, I like that. Which means this one also turns up. Now we have to be a little careful about what's going on over here. Yeah. What goes here? It's a 1 is what goes here. We got our 4 and our 1, 2 and our 4, 3 and 2. This pair, that's an 8 and that's a 2. Now, Garion says this can't connect right, or this is stuck, which is true. So this actually goes down. And now this can't go down, or this is stuck. So this goes up. This must go across in order to not get stuck. This 4 has to turn, but it can't connect to a 3 or a 5. So it goes down like that. This can't connect down. That makes a mini loop. So this connects across. And now this has to get out. This loop can't turn left. So it continues up. Now it has to connect. Oh, I didn't see this. I finished the loop with a segment that didn't exist. I think this 9 definitely is in the loop, because this 4 can't turn left. So the 4 continues up and then has to connect. Now, this 3 has nowhere to go except left. Likewise with this 2. And that is going to resolve the 3 5s, but let's finish our loop first. This has to keep going. This has to turn. What happens if this turns? Oh, it can't turn up. Can't go next to 3 or 5. So it turns down. This can't turn down or it's off in La La Land. So it turns up and keeps going that way. If this connects down, we've got a big mini loop. So this connects across and this connects across. And that is our loop done. And now that's a 5, and that resolves everything else. That was beautiful. I really liked. Yeah, the negative constraint did do a lot of work, Arian. That 4s can't connect to 3 or 5, and 6s also can't connect to 3 or 5. Was a great sort of end theme of the puzzle. Nice. Okay. What have we got going on? Let's do a pure region sum line puzzle by Nico D. I know ZetaMath has really been enjoying this setter recently, and he's quite prolific. Just, oops. Let's see. Do I know Nico D on Discord? Let me see if I can track them down. Let's see. Do any of you know Nico D on Discord? Too many people named Nicholas. Maybe on Skunkworks? Ambrose knows them. Can you give them a ping, Ambrose? Okay, let's have a look at the puzzle. Yep, pure region sum lines. Nothing special. Ah, that's who it was. I wasn't sure. Let's see. We have a number of 5 equals 3s. I'm trying to see anything that's terribly constrained. These are also the same digit. That doesn't... let's see. Row 7, column 4. Ah, yeah. That'll do it. And these are all the same, and they're at least 6. Green goes onto a line in here. Yeah, these are at least 5 because there's 2 different ways to sum. So this digit in box 5 goes on this line, but that sum is max 9. So this digit isn't equal to 9. One of these is pink, so this is strictly bigger than pink. That's true. This is also pink. Ah, very nice. So, in fact, this is pink. Yes, green can't be here. So green is actually smaller than pink because it's part of a sum to pink. So it's actually no bigger than 7. Which means it is going to eat 1s and 2s in these places. Right. Pink bigger than green, so pink is 7 or 8, not 5 or 6. And sorry for yawning. These digits are the same as each other, and they're bigger than pink. So this is 8 or 9. So this digit can only be a 1 or a 2. And purple in box 6 goes on one of these lines. But not this one. This is purple. If green is 7, you need a 1 to get from green to pink here. And another 1 to get from pink oh no, not here. Right, green is on one of these. I should mark that. Green is on one of these. If green's 7, you need a 1 in one of these, but then you'd also need a 1 in here. So green is actually 6. These are 1, 2, 3. These are 1, 2, 3. And purple can't be 8 because then you'd need a 1 again. And yeah, Garion has that argument too. So purple is 9. And purple is placed in box 3 because it can't be on here. Otherwise, you'd repeat a digit in these cells. So purple is actually here. That's a 9. I don't know if we need to color it anymore. And actually, we can just mark one of these as 6. I don't think we need to color 6 anymore either. Oh yeah, we never did our 60 dance. Do 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 do. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Okay, now this line's minimum of 15 is 4, 5, 6. It's not a big problem. Oh, yeah. 9 is placed here. That's very nice. 9 is in one of these. All right, this sum is minimum 19. So this is going to have to be from 4, 5. If we maximize it, 8, 6, 5. That's also 19. Yeah. So this is 5, 6, and 8. That's a 4. That's a 7. So pink is 7. These are 1, 2, 3, 4 to get us low enough. Uh, 7 plus 2 is 9. Yeah, 8 in box 5 can only go here. It's not a 2. Oh, no, I didn't see that spot. One of these spots. Okay, so one of these is a 2 for what that's worth. Yeah, we can't have a 2, 5 pair. So these are 1, 6, and 3, 4. This is 1 or 3 only. So this is 4 or 6. So this is 1, 3, 4. So this is 3, 4, 6. 5, 8 pair is what's left. These are from 1, 2, 3, 9. Oh, 6 and 7 in box 3 go here by sudoku, so this is a 5-8 pair to finish the box. This can't be 7-8, so we can't maximize this. That would make this 6. But beyond that, there's a couple of options. Um, must be. I'm not sure what Carl is saying. Oh, if this isn't. If this isn't. Okay, so if we minimize this. Oh. I see. I see. If we extend the whole of box 7, we get that these 6 cells sum to 45. This one is maximum 589. Which is 22. This one's maximum 689. Which is 23. So that maximizing these adds up. Okay, so that's a 9. This is a 5-8 pair. These are 6, 8, and 9. That's not a 9. So one of these is a 9. That's nice, Carl. Let's see. We've got a pair here. Looks like a 4-5 pair. Yeah, this 7 sum, it's either 2, 5, or it's 3, 4. Either way, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruples. So these digits are 5, 7, 8. But this one can only be 5. No, I did that wrong. Wrong region sum line. this one is 2, 5, or 3, 4. That's way less exciting. Uh, this can't be 8, 9. We can't even have a 9 on this. So this one isn't 6. We need a 6 here. We have a 5, 6, 8 triple, so that's not 6. So that's not 1. So this is actually a 3, 4 pair, which means that's a 1, 6 pair, which means that's a 6. It's a 1, 3, or 4. 1, 6. 8, 9 pair looks over there. That's not a 5, so that's not a 2. So this is 2, 7 that way, or 8, 1 that way. Ah, 3, 4 pair. That'll help. So that's a 5. That's a 2. 3 and 4. 8 and 1. 3 and 4 there. 1, 3 pair in this column. No help. 1, 3 there. That's a 7. We need an 8 in this box, and it can only... Sorry. Try again. These are a 2 and a 5. Let's see. Carl says 6 plus 8 breaks. If this is 14... yeah, you can't make 14. Because we can't do 9, 5, and we can't repeat 6, 8. So this is 6, 9. This is 8 and 7. That's an 8, 5 and 8. 8 here, 5, 6 pair. This can only be 3, 5, and we know the order. This 6, 7 pair, thanks, Nicholas. It's over there. Six is placed. We can just write that much in. What about this 7 sum? Don't seem to know much about it. B3, 4. Was not 1, 6. Oh, and it's not 2, 5, so it just is 3, 4. Okay, what have we got here? 1, 2, 4. We've got a 3 there. Let's see, 9 and 2 would go with a 5 and a 6. 9 and 5. This is always a 6, I think. Yeah, one of these is 2. 2 there. Seven in the corner. Five here and 8 here. That's a 1 or a 2. Now we've got a pair, so that's a 4 and a 9. That's a 4. That's a 1 or a 2. 1, 2, 6. That's a 2. That's a 6. That's a 1. There we go. And I think Sudoku easily finishes us off here. Very nice. All right. Unfortunately, that is where I'm going to have to end stream for today. Want to thank you all for joining. Over in our Discord, I am taking submissions for puzzles for my 100th stream. So that's coming up, and I will happily do your puzzles on that if you wish to submit any. Zetamath will be back on Sunday. Unfortunately, I won't be able to stream next week. I've got a big work thing, but I may well do a bonus stream the following week. I might do a stream on Tuesday or something. We'll see. No promises, but that would be fun. So, thank you all for joining. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for subscribing. And a huge thank you to those of you who are able to support the stream financially. It makes an enormous difference to us. But we also just love having as great a community as we do. So thanks, everyone. We'll see you soon on the channel. Bye for now.